Hi guys, welcome back to Sim UK and SimAirport. What are we going to do today? Well, today we're going to start building this front end section here. It doesn't really give us anything in terms of financial stability. I suppose if we focused on building the cafeteria, then we could theoretically make some sort of profit. I think we have enough cash to do this. Let's just see. No, we don't. Okay, so slight change of plan then. We're going to build parts of the front section. Now I'm doing this at night for obvious reasons. Damn it, not enough for that either. Alright, what about the cafeteria? So we can do part of the cafeteria. Interesting. Okay, let's let the guys come in and break things, and then we'll fix them before 4 AM, I hope. As the delivery's arriving. Here come the idiots. Going all the way round. I suppose they have to do that because of security reasons. That's fine. And they'll just put the boxes down and then bugger off again. That's great. That's wasted at least an hour. These are proper workmen, no messing about. It's probably a good job we don't have a cafeteria at the moment, because they would, I have no doubt, be having a cup of tea right now. Okay, so I think these three are going to pick up the remaining boxes. There we go. And we should actually have a bit of a build on now. Now I'm hoping they get rid of this fence. I built over the top of it purposefully because I wanted it gone. But what is so weird is that fences don't get demolished, but walls do. Oh, crikey, look at this. Passengers have arrived. Passengers have arrived. Right. Somehow we haven't broken the security. So I think we're just going to have to accept that that's how that's going to stay until the end of today. That is a bit of a pain in the backside, I have to admit. We've only got 21,000 left in the bank, so I think now's a good time to not buy or do anything and just let the airport run itself and bring in a few pennies. So we'll leave it on full tilt. Excuse me, I just need a quick drink. We have multiple baggage carts now, so this should not be an issue anymore. Actually, what's cool is, I've just realised, the baggage carts from this other hangar are just joining in and helping out as well. So we've actually got loads of baggage carts now. That's really good. Oh, great. Why can't they figure that out properly? Not forgetting we got the emergency gate here. Thank goodness, that saved us a lot of hassle in the last episode. Yesterday, day 31 or whatever. It seems to be working a lot better now. I suspect it's because we only had one baggage cart. I didn't realise that. I thought I had two. Oh God, look at these guys. You guys are so thick. Honestly. Never seen anything quite like it. They're so delayed. I guess what we need in terms of future development is some way to maybe using the ATC tower, say that runway 27 is for flights coming in, and runway whatever would be on this angle is for flights going out. 0, 0, 1, 36, something like that. I should know that really, and I know I should, but I don't. Off the top of my head, can't think it through. So anyway, moving on. It doesn't look like we've needed our emergency gate today. Everything seems to be going out, well, presumably leaving on schedule. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. So yeah, everything's leaving on schedule. They are then, of course, being held up on the runway. But fortunately for us, leaving the gate is when they're timed by and not what time they actually take off. So, oh, now that's interesting. That is interesting. Wow, they're taking off in all different directions now. Okay, well the good news is that, see, baggage load works so much better on that gate because that one isn't being shipped by these baggage cars, so it seems to work better. Oh, it did work this time. Perfect. Okay, well, that's good. But then we get this this kind of traffic build up on the taxiway constantly. It's a nightmare. Still, everybody arrived and departed on time today, so that's a good thing. Technically, they arrived and departed on time. Alright, so we've got nearly 200,000 in the kitty. I think one more flight to bugger off. And there we go. We are finally clear. Right. So, let's demolish. That whole section. Excuse me. And let's build I hate having to build this way, but unfortunately that is the way it has to be done. And that's pretty much soaked up all of our profits from today. I just hope these guys can get it done in enough time to allow passengers to arrive. What are they doing here with all this? Oh my god. Are they demolishing that building? They are. Oh, flipping hell. That's... oh my god. You've just seen the most epic cock-up on this game ever. I meant to remove the inside of the walls. What I've done is I've deleted the actual building. Holy cow. And I've only got 25k. Well, how's this doing with the security issues? Thankfully, because this isn't open to anything else, we're okay. But did I knock that wall down? I can't remember. I think we're going to be alright. Amazingly. Here's the passengers. Wow, what a total cock-up. So, that's about $200,000 worth of rebuild I've got to fix there. Genuinely cannot believe I just did that. but I did. Let's try... Oh gosh, I cannot believe I did that. What I meant to do was clear the wall. Goodness me, what an absolute pillock. Right, okay, well that entranceway is now ready for building on. So as money comes in today, we can start to build certain parts here. And now I'm not sure if that's a room or not. Let's try putting something inside. No, cannot be placed outdoors. So it thinks that's outdoors, so that is bad. We do need to rebuild this foundation. Unbelievable. It's 135 grand that mistake has cost. Let's start by building there at least. Goodness me, what a mistake. Well, our airline interest is not brilliant. Hasn't gone back up to 70%, which I was hoping it would. I mean, passenger satisfaction's okay, still in the 90s. But no, these guys not as impressed. Now, is it because of the lack of facilities? I don't know. Certainly something is not impressing them. Right, let's not make a terrible mistake here. Or another terrible mistake, I should say. Now, how are they going to deal with that? Because there's only this strip here that is considered to be outside. This is still a building, so what are they going to do? Are they going to build down and across, or are they going to just build a wall here? They're just going to build a wall there. That's kind of comical, really. Right, so when the time comes, I've just got to build here and here. We'll do that at night. And then, look at that, we've actually got a front of house now. Bit of a disastrous build today, but, you know. Mistakes happen, especially with buggy games like this with weird mechanics. Crash. Imminent crash. They just really cannot figure out who's supposed to be where on that runway, can they? Well, at least all the flights technically appear to be leaving on time. That's good. Can't really ask more than that. Let's get these last two aircraft away. and then we can start finalising the entrance. Okay, here we go. Nope, I'm going to have to demolish that bit of wall first. Now I can turn it into a building. Any minute now. Any minute now, any minute now. I laugh, but it is so irritating, I have to say. Doors. Right, here we go then, guys. Just make sure that we're all good there. I think we are. Doors, doors, Marjorie Ford. Actually, let's go for 4 doors. And we now have an official entrance into the airport. And this is all going to be like an eatery, cafeteria style type thing. We're going to need to put security gates here eventually so that this becomes the exit. But before we can do that, we need to build this security area. So we are going to build further across and hook this up. That's got to be at least $1 million worth of work there. But yeah, let's just speed things up and hope that adding these doors hasn't broken our security status. Nope, looks good. Wow. We actually built something without breaking security. That is impressive. Right, now I coloured this in and I was going to make that the kitchen, but that looks huge. What do we need for a kitchen? Let's put a kitchen zone down. It says here we've already got one kitchen. Oh, I must have pre-built it or something. Right, let's make this none. And then I can start building something. Let's go 7 by 7. We'll start like that. We'll see how that goes. What do I need in a kitchen? A kitchen sink. Right. Let's start with that. Now, a sink is only 2 blocks wide. So we'll go there and there. And we'll put a bin in the centre. Okay, whatever. What else do we need? A cooker and a prep cart. Cookers, I'm going to estimate or guesstimate. Whoa, that would be the wrong button. I'm going to guesstimate that these are 2 wide, and they are. So I'm thinking actually we'll go 2 cookers, because actually I don't think the cookers do anything yet. Whereas I think the prep carts actually make a difference. I think the food is actually prepared on a prep cart, and the kitchens are just the cookers rather are just there for show. Cookers for show, prep carts for a pro. Now what I've done there is I've not left myself an awful lot of space, but we'll see what else we need. Refrigerators, pizza oven. A refrigerator. Now. Okay. So they can go either side of that. Now, I've got to say, from what I've seen, pretty much everybody eats pizza. On every table, all I see is pizza. Now, that might be because I like pizza. No. So that's what we're thinking, okay? Now, there's a bit of extra space in there that will allow us to oh, I forgot about doors. Not enough money. Ah, I've run out of money, guys. All right. I got a bit too fixated on the kitchen there. We need to speed things up. Oh, look at that. We're in debt for what, the third time? That's actually the most amount of debt we've been in. So, yes, very much looking forward to flights coming in. People are actually using the front doors. That is brilliant to see. Yeah, that's good. And here comes my daughter. She may come in and demand some attention. She may not. Only time will tell. Right, okay. So this whole system seems to be working a lot better. Here comes the first of our planes, and we're no longer in debt. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so the entranceway is working like a dream. And people are being channeled. That's a good thing. It's like generally people coming in and people going out are not going head to head. People exiting are going this way. So there's a lot of good stuff. I'm going to remove some of this planning marking because we don't need it once it's built, and it looks a bit unsightly. So I'm just making these pink markers here because I want to make sure that these are security exit areas eventually. So we have a kitchen, a fully functioning, fairly well laid out, nice looking kitchen. Now what we're going to need to do is have some cash registers. So we'll have a lot down there. How expensive are these? They're 1,000 each, so I'm just going to fill this whole area with them. Perfect. Garbage bin at either end. Like I planned it all in advance, which of course I did. Now what's annoying is I'm going to have to assign all these to a kitchen, which really is frustrating. Especially up here when these things overlap out the remaining tills. Right, are they all assigned? Oh man, this is going to be tricky as hell. Okay, I think they're all assigned. So that's good. Now I thought I'd left a massive amount of space here. Oh my god, people are leaving. What is going on? What happened? Well, it departed okay. Why didn't they get on the plane? Very annoying. Right, food workers coming in. We're going to go 15. We're going to have a cafe, and this cafe is going to be basically this whole area is a cafe. And I'm hoping this is going to boost our income. Whoops, through the roof. Damn it. How did I manage? I didn't think you could override areas, but I seem to have turned some of this into a cafe, so let's turn that back into a kitchen. Cracking. Now, what's the problem with the cafe? Chairs and tables. Do you know what? I thought it might be. Should we go for the nice £100 chairs or the crappy £100 chairs? I suspect they're all crappy, aren't they? Now, what I didn't think about here is queues. Tables? Is that the only cafe table we have? Oh no, we've got these nice square ones. Cool. Stop peeping at me and just do it. Right, okay, let's actually get those built in then. And we also want some info, which we're going to place at each corner. And probably, yeah, as people come in as well. Maybe not there. We'll put more chairs down here. All right, let's start with that and see how we go. Speed things up. Do you know what? I don't think that zone has picked up properly. Let's look at zones. Let's look at zones, sectors. It's a cafe sector. That looks fine to me. The kitchen looks fine. Is it just we don't have tables yet? I think that might be it. Tables are coming, guys. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Still a problem. Must be assigned to a kitchen zone. I've already done this. Oh my god, I'm going to have to do this again. Oh, this is so infuriating. There has to be a better way of doing this. I'm sorry, but this is just awful. Right, who isn't assigned? You and you. You, apparently. You and you. Done? Excellent. Right. Staff wise, how many more workers do we need here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. Perfect. I love the way that they don't go home. They'll just stand there from midnight now till 4 in the morning waiting for customers to turn up. Right, let's wipe this out, slow this down a tad. So we got our first passengers. We're basically pulling in about 123,000 a day. So let's see if the new cafeteria makes or breaks things. Now, of course, what is a bit daft is that I've built this outside of security. Now, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to go through security and then want to sit down and eat. So I've really built that in a stupid place. But I've only just realised that. So... So I don't think this cafeteria is going to make a great deal of money. Although I must say that kitchen appears to be highly effective. And although there aren't that many chairs and seats there, it seems to be enough at the moment at least. But we are going to need, I think, more cafeterias, etc. throughout the airport. The flow of people appears to be pretty good. Pickups is pretty slow. Could do with having a few more. Let's have a look at research. What can we do in terms of pickups? Multi-lane access, upgraded buses. That seems like a good idea. Operations 2, what is that? Allows management of bus, garbage, retail and light rail services via the operation control panel. That's a good one. Light rail transit, 50,000. I think that's probably a good idea as well. Right. We're starting to get a bit serious out here now, I think. See how research is going. Not entirely sure what multi-lane access means. Changes your airport entrance and exit to be 2-lane roads for higher throughput. So what is it now then? Now here's an interesting thought. I've just spotted something. The reason why I have drop-offs and then pickups is because the bus drops people off and then picks people up. Moves down here and picks people up. Works perfectly. But this passenger vehicle, once he's dropped somebody off, he just wants to go. So I'm going to put an exit road in here. For passenger vehicles. I'm not sure if that tree's going to be in the way or not. We'll see in a minute. As soon as it gets built. There we go. Right, let's just have a look, see how that works. Let's wait for a car to come along. Annoyingly, now the buses are taking that route and not picking people up. Or some of them are, anyway. Well, oh, actually, I suppose if I extend drop-offs up a bit here... Oh, no, pickups, sorry, pickups. Then if the bus stops... down here, then they can pick up and drop off all at the same time, and that's got to be even more effective, I'd have thought. Right, okay, we got major issues here. No inventory. We've had this before, haven't we? We need kitchen storage. Okay, that's what we need. A 4 isn't a lot. It's a lot more than none. And it's kind of a good sign because it means they are actually selling stuff as well, which is a good thing. Okay, let's speed that up. Hopefully that'll get some food back into the cafeterias and they'll start making profit again. A couple of extra doors there as well. And they seem to be up and running again. It's getting a bit dirty in here. Need a few more garbage bins. That's better. That's better. Okay, good. He didn't seem to pick anybody up. Right, let's see if a passenger car can actually get out. I think this is rather daft. Okay, well they seem to be able to escape anyway. I think that's about as effective as we can get that. How's the research going on? Upgraded buses are almost done. Multi-lane access is available. So is that working, or do I have to do something about that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Let's have a look at operations. No, okay, this hasn't been unlocked yet. Oh, that'll just give us an extra double-decker every 30 minutes. Well, that's actually good. So hang on, light rail transit has been accepted and operations 2 has been accepted, but I can't seem to do anything with them. That's interesting. I think that's a good place to stop. Look at these idiots here. Oh my god. It's painful to watch, isn't it? Jeepers creepers. Goodness me. No wonder this isn't going up. Absolute disaster. Well, okay, well the good news is, guys, that at least the airplanes are taking off and landing, I think, without issue. Yeah. I mean, to look at, it's an absolute disaster, but on paper at least, it's highly effective. And that's great news for us and passengers. We have had a few passengers going away rather unhappy. Now, I'm not sure what's causing that. We'll have to figure that out in the coming weeks. But, yeah, I guess today was all about building the cafeteria and improving this front section of the airport. And I'd say just about we've done that. So I'm going to call that a success for today, and thank you very much for watching. Hope you join me for the next episode, where I think we're going to continue to build here into security and get this whole system finally running the way it should be. Until then, take care of yourselves. Till next time, goodbye.